Hello everyone, my name is Fani Krishna and this is day 11 of Git and GitHub Masterclass. In this video, let us talk about Git ignore, or I can say dot git ignore. What is this dot git ignore? Dot git ignore is a file in the Git which we used to tell the Git what files or folders not to track. Okay, what is the use of that? Let us say here this is our project, right? In which I will say some file called some folder or a file. I will say secrets, in which I will store all the passwords and everything. Or there are some files will be generated whenever I run the application during the development, like app.log or new something like error.log, right? And if I am creating a node application, then there should be some folder called a node underscore modules, right? In which there might be different files, one.txt or let's say cv, let us say app.txt, and then one more file, um, something like a db.txt, some random, some modules, let us say. So in the real time, whenever we are committing, this node underscore modules are not required. It's a unnecessary wastage of the space. It doesn't involve in the development or a source code. And let us say the log files. There is no use of uploading the log files. And the secrets. The secret files are not supposed to upload. Okay. So now what I do is, let me create a few more files. Prod, then this is going to be dev, and this is one more thing is like staging. Okay, out of all these, whenever I do the git add staging or a committing, the log files are not supposed to commit. This folder node modules I don't want to commit. Then the secrets.txt file I don't want to commit. So how we can avoid this? Because every time I can't commit each file individually, right? Git add space prod.txt, I can't do that, right? So how to do that is, we can create a gitignore file. Gitignore file, this is the file at the top level, anywhere you can create. If you create the git level at the top level of the project, means here this is the top level of the project. If I do this, if I create here, only that will work in this folder. If I create the top level, entire folder, subfolders, everything will be applicable with that dot gitignore. Okay, what I can do in the dot gitignore, I can say, I will say star dot log, means whatever the file ends with dot log should be ignored. And then whatever the file name is dot env, like in which I store environment variables or something. And then I will say node dash modules, means all the files in the node dash modules will be excluded. These files will not be committed, right? Let us see how to do that and all. So what I do is, I will create a file. Now I can see git status. Okay, I don't want to commit now. What I do is, a touch is a command to create a file, dot git ignore. Okay, right now I go there and I can show you the dot git ignore file. And I will open this. Right here, I will write down star dot log, then dot env, then node underscore modules dash slash, means all the files in this particular directory. Now let me show you. If I say git add star, means every file to be committed, right? If I see git status, dev.txt, staging dot, oh, okay, all files got done, because That app.log is not a dot log actually. That is a txt file. Okay, let me create the things. Okay, let me add them. Git commit hyphen m my commit. All good, right? Okay, so now what I do is I will create a few more files. Touch 1.log, touch 2.log, touch 3.log. Means three log files. Good. Now if I say git add dot, done, right? If I see git status, it seems working pretty clean. But there should be these files 1.log, 2.log, 3.log files. These were not committed. Okay, now I will show you. So here I will say a log file. I added, right? If I do git status, it should display there are some untracked changes, right? But it is not showing. Why? Because they were never tracked by Git because they were added in the git ignore file. Whatever the file name ends with star log, they will never be tracked because of what we have added in the git. I will show you properties. The name file is .log. So it will never, these files will never be, or if I say a new file, this will be 4.txt, the 4.txt. If I say git status, see, the 4.txt is not yet added to the staging. If I see touch 5.log and a touch 6.txt. Now, if I say git status, you think 5.log and 6.txt will be shown in red along with the 4.txt? No, this will not be shown as an untracked file because it is ignored. It is not a part of git track. See, whatever the file starts with .log will never be tracked. In the real time, the .git ignore is more powerful. For what reasons? Not to commit the secrets, .env files or log files or the node modules. Modules are required to run the application in your local, right? This is about a git ignore file. That's it for this video. Let's meet in the next video with a new topic. Thank you, everyone.